Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV Alternative Media Television. Please click the link below right now to support our sponsor, EarthCom. Find out exactly how to protect yourself from electromagnetic radiation, the ultimate in EMF protection. So this missing Malaysian airline flight is looking more and more like an act of terrorism, in my opinion. In fact, terrorism was the first thing that I thought of, that I'm sure many of you thought of, when you were watching the reports over the weekend via CNN or Fox News or the mainstream bullshit that the plane went down with 239 passengers somewhere near Vietnam. Just disintegrated in midair overnight, disappeared, almost like a UFO came down and ate it, gobbled it up. Now, what is leading towards into the act of terrorism is a increasing possibility is the fact that there were two people on the plane that had stolen passports several years ago. And the Interpol agency, the global police agency, is investigating this right now. They're also investigating more than two people with stolen passports. Now, the likelihood that there would be one stolen passport on board could actually be fairly common. Maybe they're doing some kind of drug deal or something like that. But to have two, and now more than two being investigated, is highly unlikely. So this points a direct, bold finger to an act of terrorism. You know, the other thought I had was that, maybe a foreign government, maybe a rogue foreign government just decided to blow it up for fun. Maybe Kim Jong-un of North Korea, although that sounds too propaganda-ish, just decided to blow it up because. Now, keep in mind that most of the people and civilians on this plane that tragically died were Chinese. There was only a few Americans. I love how the mainstream media always has to point that out. Like, there was 3 Americans. Like, somehow the Americans' lives are more worthy than the, 200 plus Chinese that just died. But in reality, they are here in America because we pride our Americanism. Our life is worth more than other people's lives in foreign countries. It's exactly why we can emotionally detach ourselves from the invasions in Iraq and Afghanistan and other foreign independent nations, the gross atrocities and murder committed by our federal government, because we don't value their lives the same as ours, because their skin might be different from us, or they might speak a different language, or they might wear a funny hat or something like that. But this all leads and is stemming more and more towards a heinous act of terrorism. The other possibility is it's just a staged government event. Maybe, in fact, the federal government itself decided to blow up the plane for whatever reason, I don't know. Keep in mind that Interpol is a global police agency. It's almost like in the movies where we're going to have a global police front in this global integrated police state. Maybe they're trying to strengthen Interpol, because I was reading several reports, many reports that said if Interpol had more power, these people with the rogue passports would have never been allowed on the plane. So maybe it's a staged event. Maybe it's another Gulf of Tonkin. Maybe it's another September 11th. Who knows? But this time aimed at the Chinese. And if this is an act of terrorism, it's just another example that terrorism, planned and well coordinated, can murder hundreds of people at once very easily without firing a single shot. Back to the whole gun control debate here in America. Keep in mind that there was also a bloody massacre, a knife attack that wounded hundreds of people and killed dozens in China just a few weeks ago, reported on that. And now we have maybe even a potential bombing on board an aircraft. Did it disintegrate? Did a UFO come down and eat it up? Was it a rogue missile launched by a foreign government, some terrorist organization via a manpad? Or could the plane just have broken up midair? That's another possibility. But again, that seems unlikely based on the facts that we have 2 missing passports, and now they're investigating even more than 2. It just doesn't really add up. So an absolute tragedy, and what's more tragic about this is the people that have lost loved ones, and there's a few children on board, that are going to have to wait years to identify what exactly happened midair. We've seen this countless times again and again with other airlines that have gone missing, or airplanes that have blown up. Just suddenly dropped out of the sky. I have a funny feeling we're not getting the full story. I have a funny feeling there's something far more sinister at work here. Something happened, either via a rogue government, maybe a terrorist threat, but it's even seeming more sinister to me than that. I want to know what you think. Get it out everywhere. Make it viral. Again, our prayers and best wishes go to all the victims' family. And our tears are with you. Our prayers are with you. I'm Christopher Green, hard hitting in your face. Click the link below. Support our sponsor and make this video viral.